What's up, y'all? It's your girl G.I. Peachez. You could call me Project Barbie. I'm out here rocking with Video Wayne. We doing it. We about to go live, direct, right here on Rare Report. You don't want to miss this one. You gotta stay tuned.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. Well, okay, we're gonna go right into it. First of all, it's a pleasure to have you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and thanks to my homie Jig. Got a shout out to Jig. So we'll start from scratch.
Okay.
Where did you grow up at?
So I'm from Uptown New Orleans. The beginning of my life was spent in the projects, but the duration of my life, it was mostly like just Uptown, around Washington, Fort Miro area, but always mostly Uptown.
Okay.
So yeah.
And it might be a little cliche, but growing up Soulja Slim's sister, how was it for you?
I every day I'm Soulja Slim's sister. I can't hate it. I've grown to love it. I mean, my brother has accomplished a lot of things, so that makes me happy. I mean, I guess there's perks to it and then there's cons to it, but overall, I love it. I love the things. I mean, he accomplished a lot of things. Everybody.
A lot of special treatment in the streets, so people that see you out there and they like
not so much in the New Orleans street, but in the streets of other cities and things. Yeah, they love him. Other places, they love him.
Okay. Hey, when he was hot, like in his prime, how old were you about? He was like a little girl, you 10, 13, 11, 12?
No, so my brother actually died when I was 15. So people think I'm quite younger than I really am, but I'm really like up in age. But so I know a lot about my brother and spent a lot of time with my brother when he was on the outside of jail, because we really grew up together. He was older than me, of course, because I came when he was 13 already. So he was a teenager when I came into the picture, getting his own existence. But he was excited to have a sister. Like, I tagged along with him a lot, always in the house with him, with my brother, want to be where my brother at, want to go into my brother's stuff. Like, so that's why still to this day, my brother is the biggest thing to me, because he's always been my big brother.
And how was he as a big brother? A lot of advice and stuff like that.
My big brother was like, during my younger years, my big brother taught me a lot of things. I remember he was the first person, like, you remember when they used to have a little Sega Genesis, you had the little cartridges, you had to put them in the freezer, blow them in there. My brother taught me that. My first cigarette, my brothers let me smoke my first cigarette, I was probably about years old.
Wait.
Like, years old, yeah.
You said let you, so you had an interest, you actually wanted to smoke a cigarette?
No, I mean, he was doing it, I want to be like my brother, so I mean, you know, but it was the worst experience ever, and I never smoked a cigarette since, so I mean, does it work? Yeah.
That was a good thing.
In the long run, I mean, it works.
Okay, and we gonna bounce around a little bit. Something that kind of got my attention when you answered your reaction from the first question, but we talk about Peach's identity away from Slim. If that's the thing, like, could you get away from it, and you know, having your own identity? If you had to explain Peaches to the world, who is she?
See, that's the thing, is I have my own life, but I think so much of my existence is based off of my brother, because like I say, I grew up looking up to my brother, so he's a huge part of my life. Like, probably even in guys that I date and, you know, people I choose to spend my time with, is always in some type of relation to my brother. Like, you know, I really, you know, look up to my brother. I think he's a great, great individual. I thought, still till this day, of course.
Yeah. Miss BG Mom, Miss Sen, she said he's still living through people, like, because they celebrate him like he's still living.
Yeah, we always do. Everybody still does. When the fans hit me up, it's crazy. Like, they from all around the world. Like, I ain't never even been to Amsterdam, but they got people in Amsterdam that come and they get on my live and be like, oh my God, we love y'all in Amsterdam. Like, I wish you would just come to Amsterdam. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to get a passport.
Oh, you love the city of New Orleans. What about Slim? I thought you talking about the love in Amsterdam for your brother, for Slim.
Yeah, they love the whole family, because they follow. They're his fan.
Okay.
Yeah, they're his fan. But you know, of course, by them being his fan, they trickle off to us because we're the offsprings and family of him. So yeah, they pay attention. They go down rabbit holes and find this stuff on YouTube. It's crazy.
If you had to explain Peaches to the world, who is she?
That's a good question, because a lot of people would say angry, but I wouldn't say that I'm angry. I would say that I have feelings, you know. I hurt just like everybody else hurt. Everybody shows their hurt in different ways. I mean, don't take it as harsh, I hate this, I hate that, negativity. Maybe it's, hey, I love this person so much that when things people say about him, it may erupt in anger, but really it's just love coming out, you know.
Is any particular things that happened that made you feel like people think of you that way because of?
All the time. I mean, when it comes to certain moments that I've went viral for, you know, when they start to talking about Master P or No Limit and things of that nature, you know, they always come back around to the angry black woman stereotype, and it's like, it's not angry. I
didn't get that at all.
You know, I'm passionate about my people, and we love our people, and when they go for silly reasons like street beef or just things that are really in control of another human, then we hurt and we act out in different ways. So I'm not sorry for that. I'm passionate about my love for my brother.
Can we talk about that?
Oh, we can.
What made you think that? Like, what makes you think that P has something to do with it?
Just the lineup of things. I mean, when private investigators brought information to my family, and sat down with my family and showed pictures of people, they were in direct relation to him. You know, so it's like, you know, they're in direct relation. You know, I don't think that's coincidental, and I don't think it's far-fetched either.
You put one and one together, basically. When I talked to Lil Slim, he's, you know, and I see him on other interviews, he's like really convinced, and you know, that P didn't have anything to do with it. What do you think that comes from? What makes him? I don't want to say where it comes from, but what's that all about? Like, why?
Well, yeah. we come up in two different time frames and households, and you know, I can say that if you've actually had a relationship with my brother, then you feel differently about him than when you hear stories about him. And sometimes things can cloud your judgment when you have to go off of what people tell you, because your relationship isn't as extensive as other people. So your basic childhood is hearsay of who your father is. My childhood is physical attributes, physical conversations, physical moments with my brother that make me feel the way I feel about my brother. You know? And I mean, it could be many things. It doesn't have to always result to just that one reason or why he's not here with us right now. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always go in the hands of just one person. I feel like it was many people. You know, I don't feel like it just was one person. I feel like it was many people. I felt like many people felt like he had to go in order for them to be whoever they are, whatever they wanted to be into the community. When I speak of little Soulja Slim, he loves his father. He loves the work that his dad has done. He looks up to him. He wishes that there were moments that they have had together. You know what I'm saying? But that was stolen from him. That was taken from him. The moments that him and his dad could have created. So now he has to live off, you know, what people say his dad did and what people say his dad had done. And, you know, so it's different. You know, it's very different. And like you say, this is violence, street violence. This is the result of street violence. Like, this is the aftermath. Like, this is the moment that people should see when they think about taking people's lives. Because the aftermath for families is years. My brother been dead for almost 20 years this year. And we still, this year is probably last year was probably the best year that we had. But we still deal with it every day of our life. Every day.
Yeah, very, very reminiscent of B.G. Derrick's mom. She relate to your situation a lot too, you know. She said it feels like every day to her, you know.
It feels, you know.
Depending on what she's thinking about.
Some people could go on with their existence, you know, but when it's family, that's forever. You know, you deal with that forever.
Okay. We in it. I mean, we in it, right? So I'm gonna go to it, right? How did you get the news?
We were all actually sitting in the room at my aunt's house because it was about to be their parade time. My mother is in a second line club. She's in the Lady Bug Jumper. She's the president. And we were actually sitting there and they called and said he'd been shot. So, you know, we just thought that, boom, he'd be okay. He'd been shot before. But of course, this time wasn't that time because when we arrived to the scene, they said that he was no longer with us anymore. And I just think that moment, I think we all knew that life would probably be a lot different for us.
You get the news. What happens? And at that time you were 13, you said?
I was 15. 15.
What was going through your mind? You get the news, was it even real at that point?
Everything goes fast when trauma's happening. You know, everything goes fast. And it went so fast till we just knew that we wanted to get there to see if he was okay. And we saw, you could see his feet. You could see him laying on the ground. But it was like, well, why isn't he moving? And it was like, he's not with us anymore. And it was like, wow, you don't think that there's a day that your people, won't be.
Did you cry?
I don't think I've ever really sat down and really been emotional about it, because you can't when you have my mama. I have to take care of my mama now. It's not nobody else. It's just us two. And if one's gone, then the burden goes. Not so much the burden, but you're the barrier at that point. You're the person that has to pick that person up. You can't be weak. You gotta be the strong person.
I watched the footage of just uploaded I forget what it was. It was something about Slim's funeral, but I ran across the footage. I had never seen it. I actually seen it 1,000 times, but I didn't see that particular part where your mom was on a limousine.
Yeah. And
that crossed my mind about. I said, man, you shouldn't play this. But then I thought, you got to show it to the world. Like, why not? So, but from that point, right? I mean, she was like numb. To today, did it get any better as far as how she feels?
Now my mom, I'm proud of where she is. Because she can actually be an advocate for what goes on in the world. A lot of people come to her when we live in New Orleans, so now we experience street violence and homicides like crazy. So a lot of these people don't know how to pick up the pieces and begin life again. Because it's not as simple as people think. It's not you get up and you stop missing your child, or you stop loving your child, or you forget that your child is gone. That's every day for these people. And my mom actually, she gives them her best advice on how she gets through it. And I often tell her, I'm like, you should really get into a center and do that, because grievance centers are important. Because they're who brought my mom back to me. So that's important.
Young Greatness mom just did something similar. I don't know if you saw it.
Yes.
They finally convicted of the murderer or something? Yeah,
they convicted the murderer. Young Greatness was a great person. I knew Young Greatness personally, and he was a great person. The way that they did him was terrible. They didn't have to do him like that, because he had a friend who was killed in the streets, and that friend's brother was a football player, and he was a great football player, but he didn't have the money, to get the stuff that he needed in order to be great. And he actually put money into him, introduced him to Coach K, because Coach K has the sports agency.
Yeah, a lot of our coaches.
Yeah, he linked them up to get together, and he was just great for the community. And I think that's when the community take a hit, when you take people who put greatness into the community. I think that no other name could express him but greatness, because he was really doing great things, and he was a great person to ever have met.
Damn, and speaking of that, right, and greatness had to come home, and when he came home, it happened to him. The guy just recently, what's his name, the comedian?
Oh, Boogie B.
Boogie B. He came home, right?
Yeah.
To him.
Right.
And you hear these stories, sometimes when I come home, I had to push that shit out of my mind. But, damn, man, that's just New Orleans, pretty much, right? I mean...
It's sad to say too, because it's a really great place with great culture and great people, and that really takes away from it. But it is really a great place. I'm telling you, like my mom, they're part of the second line culture and the Indian culture,
I didn't know she was the president.
Yeah, she's the president. Yes, they do it every year. Every year they do it. They pick these suits out. They get them sewn together. It's a beautiful, beautiful culture. Like New Orleans is a beautiful place. But the crime is like, it really deters a lot of people from wanting to come here. And just the shystiness of what you may experience. But I wish people could see the other side of it. And I wish it comes back to the cultural side of it so y'all can see how great the people are. Because there are really some great people. I am a great person from New Orleans, but there are really some great people in New Orleans, and they really mean well. Like, so when you see us, like, because I've been to places and people be like kind of standoffish with you. Don't be sad. Everybody from New Orleans is not shiesty, don't want to rob you, kill you. That's not everybody. Okay? So some of us are real nice people, and we could tell you a lot about the great parts of New Orleans and the good food you need to try.
Yeah, it ain't called a Big Easy for nothing.
Right. We're a part of the Big Easy. The great parts of New Orleans.
You don't do bounce music?
I don't.
Okay. You write your own material?
Yes.
I just recently saw, was it your song that she was featuring, or it was a girl from the Ninth Ward?
Ninth Ward Judy.
Yes, talk about it. Listen.
So I have a brand new single called Bad Bitches.
But you stole that, bitch. Let me go ahead and put that out there. You know that.
With Ninth Ward Judy. So that's my track. I feature Ninth Ward Judy because I feel like she is a great artist.
So that's your song?
That's my track. She's a great artist making great music right now in New Orleans. She's making moves, big moves. And I was like, I was making at the same time great moves, big moves, doing big things on TV streams and stuff. And I'm like, well, let me collaborate with somebody that's doing just as many great things. I mean, it could only go big, right? Viral as it did. And so I'm just gracious that she was able to come through and just do it. And we just vibed. Like, I mean, I sent her the hook and then she put her part and we just vibed from there. Like, it was great. It's my secret producer, but he's not secret, but Petrowski, he's from the UK. Yeah, isn't it crazy? Like, he's from the UK. He's been making all of my tracks that I've been doing lately, and it's just like the vibe that we got is fucking crazy.
What about the chick? And I wouldn't relate this at all. But what about the chick Supahbadd? Any collaboration plans, or would you work with Supahbadd?
I don't really know her, but I think her music is dope. I like her music.
Okay. If she wanted to do a song, would you? Would you work with her?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against her, so I wouldn't say no. I mean, I don't make bounce music, so we could probably, if she does rap, then yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we could get on the track together. I'm gonna say that because I don't want it to sound like shady because I don't really know her. I just know, I know of the songs when I hear them, but I don't really per se know her.
Gotcha. Knowing the history of Slim in the beginning, and I don't know if it was just the timing. He did bounce music at one point. At any point in your career, did you do bounce? Did a bounce song at any point? I've
done like probably 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah, not hard bounce. I'm always come through with
all the stuff that I heard because I do my research, right? But it's been I have never seen anything that resembled bounce from you.
I don't know. I might be a little too rough around the edges. I don't see it for me. Okay. I don't see it for me. But I like I like a lot of it that they make.
You listen to it though?
I listen to it. My friends, I'm with my friends and that's all they listen to.
And then in the club, I mean, it ain't about to be a party thing.
Yeah, they gotta, you gotta spend them in the club.
Yeah.
So I ain't mad at it. I love it. I love it all. It's all a part of New Orleans culture. So if I love the culture, I love all that. Bounce music is great music. It's carried New Orleans for years.
Yes, and we're gonna stay on music right now. Your end game. We definitely not ending the conversation about it, but your end game. What do you see yourself? What do you call success in the music biz for Peachez? You know, do you feel you're there, or do you feel like once I do this, then I'll be there? What is that this for you?
So once I get that single and it go up, like I'll be satisfied. Like that, and then I've always said I want to sell out Madison Square Garden. Like I just always said that, like Jay-Z, when Jay-Z did that, that was just like the craziest moment in history. And I just always felt like that's as an artist, that's cap you out. Like what else do you want to do?
Listen, ain't nobody answer it. Ain't nobody answer that shit with just that simple. Had that hit, cause you know when you say that hit, that shit, my mind automatically boom shows. Boom, 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 where Peachez, everybody wants, you know, so yo.
Go all the way to Japan.
Cause you got niggas in the studio every night dropping songs, and just banging on songs and shit, not realizing you just need that hit.
You just need one to put you in the game. Fuck, after that, man, look at that Ice Spice girl. That much stone shit, not people talk about she one of the greatest artists in the world. So, you know, one song can make you, one song
I think Madison Square Garden is the bottle. I think the Superdome is the ball.
But you know,
That's status. I think as far as
yeah, well, yeah.
You know.
But I mean, that's smaller capacity than Madison Square.
Madison Square as far as status, I think I have more. You know, you say you perform. Having a billboard there versus having a billboard by the dome. You know, I think there's a whole lot more people.
Always gonna root for the home team.
That I'm about to say, it's feeling very home team.
They make that a thing. The dome being that spot. Yes, indeed.
I mean,
it's the biggest dome in the world. So
that Smoothie King, like I need all that. Like she need that.
I do.
She need all that.
I do. I can smell out the Smoothie King, but that's my max though. I'ma already sell it out. Soon as I get that hit single.
See, Madison Square Garden just gonna be a walk in the park.
See,
after she do all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about it. You said the dome. Lil Wayne do the Louisiana Fest every year. Any association, any plans on, you know, if you could tell Wayne right now, shit, you know, what I mean.
You know what? If I could tell Wayne right now, I just want to let them know that little Douce bar that they got in the Super Lounge is fire. Them drinks was popping out of there, baby. They was giving me ticket after ticket. I don't even know what was going on at the Louisiana Fest, but I know Drake was there. Drake was there. I remember that.
So you were there as a guest?
I wasn't there as a guest, but I was VIP because I'm Peachez. But I was VIP, so I came through. I was upset because when I made it there, it was Takeoff and Quavo on stage. The last performance that they would ever do together.
Was that the Louisiana Fest?
The Louisiana Fest.
And you saw it?
I missed it.
Oh shit.
I heard it.
Okay. Damn, that shit was you know what I mean?
I missed it.
Damn.
The last performance they ever do. God damn, I'm upset about that till this day now. But rest in peace to Takeoff.
We talk about, because I remember talking about it with Lil Slim, but Cutthroat Music, like Cutthroat, the label, right? They have such powerful name that they can start signing artists. They can, you know, actually do things with it. What's the plans? Anything that's that we could be looking for that's coming from Cutthroat? Are you on Cutthroat yourself?
I am.
Okay.
So I guess you could say it's coming. You could say it's coming, like, cause it's like right now everybody on separate things, building that separate fame up to bring it back to one accord, and then you know just go up from there. So paperwork got to be right for things for Slim first before anything could trickle down to anything else, and so that's what I've been working on, and you know.
What about anybody ever come to you guys about movies and saying, hey, they want to, you know, put some money up front to do a movie on his life? I'm
sick of Hollywood. After Hip Hop Homicides, I'm sick of Hollywood. Like, I don't want to deal with Hollywood anymore. I'm done with Hollywood. Hollywood is a weird place.
And what makes you hear that? Well, that's interesting.
I mean, I think it's just games to be played. I don't think that if somebody telling you that somebody killed somebody, you gonna go get the person that they say killed somebody and put them on the same show with them. That's insane. That's games to be played. This is a homicide. These ain't no games to be played. This people lives that's going. You know that y'all playing games and go and get people cutting people out of stuff because that person told y'all they don't want that. Like, what that person even got to do with this? You know, if they had something to do with it, you should have told us that from the jump, and we would have never, ever been a part of that at all. Never, ever.
So they drew a cross or something?
I would say that a cross was thrown. I mean, who officially said that Master P should be a part of the show? We don't have any dealings with Master P.
And he was part of the documentary.
Yes. Telling lies. Telling lies and telling people that my brother was on drugs during his No Limit days, which is totally false. It's a false narrative that was pushed. And I feel like, you know, drugs is not a problem in my family. I mean, maybe drugs is a problem in your family. But neither here nor there. I don't think the place that you would throw those type of crosses would be on a show that was really to glorify someone's legacy in music.
And him being a part of the show was a surprise to y'all.
We didn't know until it came on the TV. Nobody told us anything about him being on the show. We suspected because it was Mona Scott and 50 Cent that something shiesty would take place. But I didn't think, one, that they would be asking about, one, him, Master P, or two, that they would go and get him. You know, that's low to me. So basically they spun the narrative like I was the psycho person that brought up the crazy narrative that he had something to do with the murder. Just me. And
well, they actually stated your name?
No, they put clips together. This was all pieced together. Like, they had me talk about, just like we talked about, what made me come with the notion of he had something to do with it. Same answer that I gave y'all is the same answer that I gave them, although they cut it down to just me saying that he did it.
No details.
No details on why, you know, so they cut that. Mac did an interview. I guess he told them he didn't want Mac on there. They cut Mac interview totally out.
When you say he told him?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Mia's interview was more in depth, longer on greatness of Slim. They cut that totally down. They also asked her about Slim doing drugs, and she told them that she never seen him doing drugs. They cut that out. Who else? It's just games. So Hollywood for me is a no. I'm never doing it again. I'm sorry that I got my family involved in it.
They reached out to you initially?
They reached out to all of us, and we all sat down, and I told them that, you know, I thought that, you know, just do it so people could know. I mean, it's still for the great because people didn't know so much about him or what he looked like. You know, they knew he was this artist from Slow Motion, but they didn't know I'll Pay For It was his song and things of that nature. So it really did some good for his name, and that's what I wanted for him. But far as Hollywood goes, I'm not interested in dealing with them. We're going to make our own documentary when it comes to him and really tell the stories about him. I'm also working on a museum that they'll be able to come out and catch clips and see the actual clothing, shoes, posters, vinyls that he had. I'm working on that right now, so I'm pushing for November for that. So my basic thing is I don't give a shit about, you know, I don't give a shit about No Limit. I don't give a shit about Master P. I don't give a shit about any of that. My thing is my brother was great, and he's gonna still be great till I'm not here anymore. And when I'm not here, then my kid is here, and then my nephew's kid is here. He'll always be known.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely like Bob Marley, like Pac, Michael Jackson, like all those names, you know, Red Fox and all them, the major things. No matter what field it was, when you was great, you were great.
You're great.
Yeah, when you affected people like that, yes indeed. And then the music is timeless.
It's timeless, and it was before its time, and now it's is still ahead of its time. And I think I'm excited to get new things to the world. I was excited for them to hear the Fredo Bang song because this year he did do the "I'll Pay For It" featuring T Grizzly on his album UNLV. So that was the first time that they actually lended out his vocals. This was the first time we did it, and it was.
Oh, so y'all were hands on with it?
Yeah, we were hands on with it. Okay. We hands on with the whole thing. Spoke to them the whole time. Personal conversations with them the whole time. It was very hands on, and it was.
When you said them, you were actually speaking to communicate with Fredo Bang and T Grizzly?
It was Fredo Bang, mostly Fredo Bang. I spoke with Fredo Bang and his team.
So how's Fredo Bang as far as character and
Fredo Bang is a real nice guy. Fredo Bang is really a real nice guy. He is a blessing to have encountered. I'm just thankful that he did it the right way and went through all the hoops and barriers to make sure that we got compensated in a great way. And I'm just thankful. I could honestly say he's a great guy.
But there's people that's constantly doing stuff on him, right? Do you see some things that just rub you wrong? Because I heard we was talking earlier, and is it ever lies that come out about it? That
it's always lies.
People, okay. What's some of the weirdest shit you heard that motherfuckers that throw out there?
All of it's I don't even watch them anymore because it's always lies. It's always fluff stories, and it's be like I get it. I get it, I guess, but at the same time, it's weird when you're actually know these people and you know their nature and their character, and some of the things that they say is not even half of their character. Let's say, for instance, let's go back to Hip Hop Homicides. There was a part on there where they interviewed 3 guys. I think it's the Fat and all that guy, Juggy. Mm-hmm. And it's Mike Money Willis, the guy from the West Bank, and DJ Spin. Now it's crazy because when I asked DJ Spin to be a part of the show, he snubbed me. But I know why he snubbed me now, because you were getting on there with Master P. Right? So Master P brings these 3 guys into the show to tell lies and say that my brother, anybody could have been and killed my brother because he had got into fights with so many people that week. That's a lie. Money Mike Willis is from the country part of the West Bank, I believe. I don't know, but he does not know my brother at all. So let me go ahead and debunk those lies. He does not know my brother. He's never met my brother ever. The fat and all that guy, I'm guessing from what I'm hearing, he's Master P's butler or something. So I don't really know what is his narrative to lie, but he was the one that gave them the picture of my mama and Master P. He keeps pushing this picture. Just been a weirdo. But I just feel like all that makes no sense, and it doesn't clear up anything. It actually makes it weirder.
Any attempts for Pete trying to reach out to you and talk to you?
No, they say he's reached out to my nephew, but I don't think I would be the best person to, and I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I would be the best person to, because I'm not one to listen to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one to feel that. Are you just that you lack that much compassion that when someone that has made you money passes that you wouldn't reach out? I think any human being who come from where we come from and who've seen the things that we've seen will reach out to these people family, right? I mean, you made money from this artist. This was your artist.
You said when he initially passed?
Correct.
He never hollered at the family.
You know, you don't send no condolences, no nothing. That's craziness. That's just craziness.
It's a red flag.
One would think that. Let's say that. One would see that as a red flag. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to mean that, but one would see it that way. You know what I'm saying?
To be supportive of some shit, yeah. So
now he's a great artist. He was a great artist 10, 20 years ago when he died, right? He's been a great artist. But now since the world sees him as a great artist, you see him as a great artist.
So let me take this chance and
let me fluff it up like the rest of the world. And that's phony. You know what I'm saying? We don't do phony. We don't do phony. Because if the fans go back and listen to the music, we don't have to tell you a thing about Slim. He gonna tell you everything you need to know in the music and how he felt about you and how he feel about you, and that's black and white.
Yeah, everybody knew that too. He did the same thing, on camera, off camera. If you're doing some weird shit, he gonna let you know. You know what he told me though? Cause I did weird shit the whole day, and he said, "Man, that's just who you is." Swear to God. When he came to Radio Shack, he said, "Man, I remember that shit." He said, "You still the same nigga." He said, "Bitch, you coming?"
And so to know him is to love him, to have the actual experience. So that's why when we say it's different when you hear things that people tell you that somebody's done. Because to trust the word of people, people switch stories up, people edit things. When they get back to that person, things change up. But your actual experience, like that moment that you just explained, you felt that. You still feel that moment. You still remember that moment. You don't got to edit that moment, fluff that moment up, or make it anything else. That's that moment that stuck with you because that was a genuine moment. That's all we ask.
That's right.
That's all we ask.
I'm going to say this, right? Like I said, we went back and forth, but here's one thing that I thought too, right? I said, damn, I didn't get anger from that video. I got strength and I got, direct, right? Understanding and assertiveness, right? But it made me think and wonder, what are the guys that like that you date? Like, what's your dating life like?
So I just figured this out about myself because it's just like I'm learning things about me as an adult woman in my 30s. So I found out that I'm always in control. So when I date, I tend to shift to a man who takes control because that alleviates some control of me over some portion of my life. Because at home, I got to be in control of the baby, or I got to be in control of the home, or at work, I got to be in control of this, or do that, but in a relationship, I feel like I like to let that stress off and let a man be a man. So that's what I'm learning about myself. I learned that this week about myself. But so I don't know if that's a good thing, though.
So is it harder for you to let go and let the man be a man?
It is. It's a hard thing for me to break because I'm typically used to, like, when somebody, I'm spoiled. So I'm used to having my way. Like, so if a man tell me no, I'm going to do it for myself because I want to do it for myself. So I don't need you to do it. So if he say no, then I'm going to just cut him off and go get somebody else. Like.
So you don't want a man, you want a Peachez.
No, I do. That's why I say I see my problem. So I'm willing to take the cave in when my man tells me that I'm doing too much. I'm willing to listen because I can observe and see that I be doing too much sometimes.
But you keep saying you're a man. You really mean you're Peachez. That's who you want.
No.
You want your hood Barbie.
No.
You want your hood Ken. Not your
No. Not a pretty boy.
What about dating when Slim was around? I know you're kind of young, but
I was all women.
No, you cannot talk to Peachez.
Okay.
You cannot talk to Peachez.
As far as Slim was concerned.
No.
What?
You cannot talk to Peachez.
But what about? If you out maybe at school and
You cannot talk. People till this day, they still feel the same way. That I'm just off bounds, off the boundaries. You cross a boundary at that point. It's weird.
And what's it like for guys when they so the Slim sisters like damn is that a thing when they you ever find guys interested because of that?
Every guy's interested because of that. Every guy has interest because of that. I mean, it don't help that I'm great look. I'm nice looking, but yeah,
I would say
it doesn't help that I'm nice looking too. But that's just a plus to it. They like that. They.
So that automatically make them conforming to Peachez.
I have my own personality, my own aura that draws them in because I'm just a great person. But I think that takes them, that latches them on, because then they start telling like their hood stories. Because I went to jail for this. I'm like, I don't care what you went to jail for. I didn't go to jail, so.
That's interesting too. So you type of guys you date is like what? Do you find yourself a certain type of guy?
I don't have a type. I ain't got no type. Like, I don't have no type.
You date nerds? But not the specific sense that he a nerd when you look at it, he on some put your glasses up type shit, but you know. But nowadays it's called scammers.
I wouldn't, I'm not opposed to dating a nerd, but I haven't dated a nerd.
They call nerds are cool nowadays. They call them scammers, you know. Niggas get money too.
Yeah, right. No, I'm not opposed to dating a nerd. I just never, you know, I really have an interest in hood niggas. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm not opposed to. Nice men are nice men. At this age in life, like Kevin Samuel said, at this part of life, nice men are nice men.
Do nice men finish last?
In some cases. I mean, if you too nice, you might just get walked all over. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Peachez, let's talk about the chain.
Okay, which one?
The cutthroat chain. Actually, let's talk about the one on top first.
So this Project Barbie, this the new one, because
let me see. Distinguish it. Put it out there.
This one is the Project Barbie one. So this one, I didn't have one that say Project Barbie, and I was like, you know, that's my moniker that I'm going by. That's my biggest project that I dropped. So Project Barbie. And this one was a gift. This is the cutthroat piece that everybody want to know about. This one was a gift, and I like it. So I wear it sometimes, but they started giving them away to everybody, so I don't wear it all the time like I used to.
Gotcha. And that chain, is that an original, like the one that's Slim wore?
So this one is bigger than the one that he wore. His is much smaller. It's tinier. His is much smaller.
Gotcha. Okay. How many of those are in existence right now?
At first it was only like 4 or 5, but I think they got like a bunch out in the world right now. I'm not sure. I see a couple people with them, so I'm not sure.
Okay, but not original?
No.
Okay.
No, not the original one. There's only one of the original ones. Mm-hmm. There's only one. One of one. One of one. That's it.
The Slim that chain had, the chain that Slim had?
Yeah, there's only one.
What happened to that one?
We have it.
Okay.
Yeah, we have it. We still have it. My mom wears it. She wears it. She wore it on Hip Hop Homicides. She wears it. She doesn't wear it, but if it's a TV show or something, she'll put it on. But yeah, she still have it. She has that in the ring. Yeah.
Does she do any interviews?
Not so much. She's not really into that. I try to get her to do something, but you know how the old school people is, when they see how people piece clips up and it be different, especially after Hip Hop Homicide, it's gonna be hard to get her to do.
Let's because I want to go into that. I think I may have some footage of them too. If not, I'm sure I can get some footage. But let's explain to the world what is the Lady Bug Jumpers.
So that is a second line organization. So second line is.
And I'm sorry, so I can take myself out to tell them what.
Well, second line group is a organization. It's a part of the culture of New Orleans. It's a social aid and pleasure club, it's called. That's what the Lady Buck Jumpers are. Second Lining is a dance that is originated in New Orleans, and you can catch in New Orleans. On Sundays, there are second lines held. You can catch them during a certain time of year. Usually it's a 5-hour, some people might call it a march if you're from somewhere else. Mm-hmm. But the dance is kind of rhythmic with like a step with it. Once you see it, you'll love it. It's great to watch. It's been around for a long time. It started in Congo Square. It has reached out to great magnitudes, uptown, downtown clubs, even West Bank clubs. It's a crazy culture right now, but it's really growing. My mom has been a part of it for years, so I know a lot about second lines. But if you get the chance to visit New Orleans, you should definitely catch you a second line on a Sunday, or go somewhere where you can hear a brass or jazz band.
You just had a little one? I
do. I have a daughter.
Okay. It's your first?
It's my first child, my first daughter. She's 1 year old.
How was motherhood for you?
It's very different. It's pressure. People are always watching. You hardly get compliments for doing a good job, but I love it there. I wouldn't trade it in for the world.
And the little girl, right? How old is she right now?
1.
Did you see a lot of you in her?
My daughter is the worst parts of me.
Oh wow. What's her sign?
She is a Taurus. My daughter's a Taurus.
Okay. If you don't mind sharing with the world, what's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
Okay. What do you feel is some of the best worst qualities of Aries?
Aries are controlling. Aries tend to love and trust a lot. They put their trust in people. It's hard to cut off. We are leaders. I do strongly believe that we are strong-minded. We hate to be wrong. Hate to be wrong. We hate to not know something. Yeah, we're very controlling though. I can say that about myself.
Who do you think Aries is more compatible with?
They say a Libra, but Leo, but I've never had a Leo.
I was just thinking that shit. That's what came to mind because they some controlling motherfuckers.
Yeah, Leo's like, they say a Leo, like most of the people that work with me, they're married to Leos.
Wow.
And they're Aries. Most people that I know that are Aries, they're married to Leos. I think that's wow.
What about Aries with Aries? Never been with another Aries? No? Oh, shit.
That's gross. No, I won't be with an Aries because it's just two controlling people. You can't bear. That's like an Aries being with a Capricorn. Like, oh my God, Capricorns are terrible people. Oh.
Oh shit. Oh, we got like 2 Capricorns in the house right now. Now I'm fucking with you.
Oh. Capricorns are terrible people. They are damn narcissists.
Any plans on Peachez being a lady blowjob anytime?
Oh no, I'm not into that part of my. I'm not into second line culture. I'll go to a second line, but I'm not trying to be in the parade. Maybe my daughter will keep the legacy going. Yeah, my mama's getting up there in age, so maybe my daughter will.
You remember the Noya? Remember you grew up in the Noya as well?
Yeah.
What was it like for you then?
Well, see, that's my younger childhood. Like I was smaller then. I don't really remember too much of it, but I know
elementary school then.
Yeah, like most of my childhood is like Uptown, 3rd Ward, Taladana, Washington Avenue.
Okay.
You know, that part of that I remember that vividly, riding on bikes and all that. Like I could take you to that part and take you back.
That might just sound lame as a motherfucker, but is that anywhere near the Parkway area?
Yes, right around the corner from the Parkway.
Okay.
Right around the corner from the Parkway, yep. Right around the corner from the Parkway.
And what was that like? The Parkway like? There's sunny trees and cool breeze, and it's just a.
Oh, the Parkway was like the Parkway was like the upscale parts of the hood. But we used to walk to school. We used to go to Wilson, so Wilson is not that far. We used to actually live on Miro, and we used to walk to school as a group. Like that was the great times when kids were able to walk to school with just one parent. They'd take everybody. That's when people used to be accountable for other people's kids. Your neighbor was your friend.
That's when it was a community.
Yeah, it was a community, and people were taking care of people's kids. People wasn't trying to hurt people's kids. People wasn't trying to harm people's kids. People really loved children. We used to all walk to school together in the morning. Like, and when you walk to school, we would see Magnolia Shorty. She used to go to Fauché. You would see her in a little Fauché uniform going to school in the morning. And we would all walk down the Parkway together and go to Wilson because it was like on Milan right down the street.
See, I want to relate to Bass Heavy. Bass Heavy said Slim was dating Macy Gray. Do you remember Macy Gray? Was she around?
She wasn't around, but we do know of him going to her house and having, chilling with Macy Gray, yeah.
So that was his girlfriend?
I don't know if that was his girlfriend, but I know that he used to be at Macy Gray house.
Okay.
So I can't say if they was in a sexual relationship, if they was friends, but my mama saw her after that and she gave her a big old hug, and it wasn't just so I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I wasn't there.
And since we on that interview, he mentioned that Slim had interest with signing with 50. You remember anything that the truth to that he was not?
I don't know. At this point in life, after hip hop homicides, I'm done with 50 Cent.
Okay. Okay.
Done.
I didn't relate to him. I didn't think, I never remember.
That was a lie anyway.
So there was no truth to that.
Nah.
Cause that shit was somebody would have heard about it.
On the outside of that, other than P, was Contractors, and that was just for that project.
Right, I'm about to say it was mostly an independent thing.
It didn't have nothing to do with Cutthroat Committee or Slim. He didn't have no plans or none of that. He actually was trying to make Cutthroat Committee a household name in the game, just like the rest.
Like it was, that motherfucker was coming alive. Definitely alive. You used to be in the studio? Because I remember I came and I was recording, and I'm not sure if I heard you up there, but I remember Slim saying something about, or BG might have said something about his sister or something, and now they said your name or whatever. And I might say, who is that?
So I would go in that portion of the house, but I'm not in the studio per se.
Okay. That's why I asked you, do you remember those guys coming up, Lil Real One and
I remember them. Yeah, I remember my first time seeing C Murder come to the house, because that was like a big. Of course, C Murder was a star. You know, to us, C Murder is like he up there in the world. To us, you know, still to this day. Well, he is a great artist, but C Murder was a big artist. So I remember C Murder pulling up and was like, "Hey, your brother home?" So I was like, "Oh my God, it's C Murder!" So I'm running up the stairs and fell down the stairs, rolled down the stairs, but got back up quick. I was excited though. BG too. I was excited to meet BG as well. When he come home, we gonna get together.
You talk to him?
No, not yet, but I got a chance.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a chance. We all got a chance. I'm skipping the line. I'm gonna be in the front.
Peachez, did you use around when I was there? Because I remember your mom said, I remember you was there. She said, I saw the whole time. I was watching you. She said, I saw you. Because I didn't, you know, she didn't know if she could trust me or not. So when BG brought me around, let her know he all right, you know. So,
I don't remember.
Okay.
It's been so many years now.
That was a year, okay. And it could have been, that could have been any day too, right?
Correct.
Just a camera was there. You, okay, so you remember Lil Real One? What
Yeah.
What he was like at the time?
Lil Real One, I know more of Lil Real One as an adult. Okay. So I had not too many conversations or interactions with him then. I was way younger than them. Okay. But as an adult, we would often be in a club together and talk to each other.
You guys about the same age?
No, he's older than me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's older than me. I'm just 33. He probably like 36, 37.
Okay.
Yeah, he a little older than me.
Okay. They're not a big difference, but.
No. But,
and you said you talk to him sometime? Okay.
Well, as an adult, before he went to jail.
Okay.
Before he went to jail this last time, you know, we would see him out in the street and stuff. Chaotic too, you know, chaotic crazy. But chaotic too, you'll see, I have a conversation with him too.
What makes you say that? You say chaotic's crazy, whatever.
Chaotic is nuts. Chaotic jumped off, every time I think about him jumping off the balcony at the hotel and living, it's
okay,
give me crazy
for people
stuff.
who don't know.
So people don't know that. Okay, so I guess somebody was chasing after him to try to kill him, and he jumped off the balcony at the hotel.
Trying to jump from balcony to balcony, he just
jumped off the run.
Okay.
Yeah, like some real movie type stuff. Is he crazy?
How high up was he at that time?
I think they say he was on like the 6th or 7th floor. He was crazy crazy ass mother.
Yeah, that's yeah, I still around too. He good too, so.
Crazy ass mother.
Do you see him? You guys talk anytime?
You know what? Somebody just told me that he been asking for me, so I'm gonna see what he talking about. But I be trying to stay my distance.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think a lot of things ain't changing.
Yeah.
Any collaborations with those guys?
I don't know. Maybe in the future we could definitely work on it. We could definitely get it together and work on it. I ain't
talking about playing with BG too, so BG got, you know, I'm sure Birdman got some big plans for him.
Yeah, that's what I mean from what they said.
I mean, listen, that's his next. You know, him and Lil Slim, and then you know him and yourself. You know, definitely.
I'm going.
Where you coming? You gotta hit that shit.
They saying something about a tour. I know I'm going.
What about working with this guy? Miami, you ever worked with him?
No, I haven't.
You guys met before though?
No.
What the?
For real,
Can you?
Oh, how you doing? No, I didn't.
Let me get y'all. You know, if you could just, if you gonna introduce him real quick, Jay. Do that for me real quick.
I ain't never met before. Well,
Let me get that on camera, bro.
Okay, you're Mighty Lee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get that on.
Nah, I know that name, but I've never met you before. I know the name.
I ain't never met him before.
Yeah, everybody already know.
Significant.
You know what I'm saying? What it's hitting for, but this is a good moment right here. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time they get to meet, and they brothers did a lot of stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Soulja Slim and Lil Derek.
Yeah, I ain't even think about it before.
This is Mighty Lee, Lil Derek, brother. A lot of people hear of you, but they never get to see you or know. They see you do your own work and don't even know, oh, that's Lil Derek, brother.
Right.
Because you don't never use that, and I respect that about you. You never use that, Lil Derek, my brother, Birdman, my uncle. You do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? So that Peachez do the same thing, Lil Soulja Slim do the same thing.
Real.
That's love, man.
So for the world, and then they don't know that this is you guys' first time meeting.
Yeah, this is our first time meeting.
I did not know. I've heard the name. I've always heard the name, but I didn't have a face to the name. So that's really interesting to be in the same place. So I'm glad that I get to meet you.
Nah, I'm honored, you hear me though, because I've been, following Peachez and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So everybody knows she, you know what I'm saying? Then you roll this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan. So,
like
I said,
this history catching
right. Yeah, real talking is minus the history part of it though, you know what I'm saying? Because what people don't know, I don't think about that shit that far. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't think about it until you just said that shit just now. I'm like, damn. That's her brothers, like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck,
that's ill, bro. That's ill.
Yeah, you guys both got strong moves, and y'all both moving right now.
Yeah, you gotta make moves, and that's what it's about. Keeping the New Orleans stuff going, keeping that culture going, and pushing it out to the world.
Real talking, that motion. Yeah, you're right that we both got our own motion going. Then you're right.
Hopefully this ain't the last time, you know. So.
Look, it just hit me. So now I'm really thinking, you know how my mind work on that business, business shit. I just got like, wait, hold on. This is about to be a thing for real.
Yes, indeed. And then you and Lil Slip so tight, I thought, and I never really did that. So
shit, yeah, Slim, my brother for real. Like Lil Soulja, shit, that's down their blood. You hear me? Like you can't really choose your blood, but you can choose your family. That's family. Okay. Real talk.
And did you see the new shit with Peachez? It's new, right? Because I mean, when I saw it was uploaded on for like.
We gonna have to get him to see it. Yeah. Night One Judy, me, Bad Bitches Link Up. It's a.
I saw it. I saw the snippet of it. She ripped that bitch. They was that bitch back and forth kinda. I ain't see the whole video, but what I did saw you post, I was like, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Lyrically, push-ups for real muscle. Do Judy write her own shit?
I think so. Okay. Yeah, I think so because I was talking to her directly. So
like they kind of give you that vibe, like on that industry shit too, like what we be saying, like man, like the city girls type shit.
Yeah, and that's what it was, the vibe to show people that New Orleans girls get
come
together.
From the New Orleans too, you know what I'm saying? But you don't see that though. You don't see like real talented females and shit link up and shit for real. Like,
and we speak having you guys on this together. This is a Louisiana thing too.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, they all come back to
from New Orleans, not Louisiana.
Baton Rouge. Hey, listen, let me ask you that too.
New Orleans, not Louisiana.
Say, Lee, I'm gonna get we'll get you back on this thing too. I'm gonna ask you too. Love like from Baton Rouge.
I love Baton Rouge. I love Baton Rouge. So when I go there, it's always like the best vibes. It's always the best vibes. One time I went there. God bless the dead. Louis Badass. He had them set up a whole like feast.
You say Louis Badass?
Yeah, the one that sang "Let Me Through This Bitch." You know he got killed. He had them set up a whole buffet for us. His friend cooked so much food for us when we got to Baton Rouge. So fire. Every time I go there, it's nothing but love. They treat me real good. I love it there. I love it. I love their music. I love their culture. I love their people. Their people so dope.
How's the home love from the city? The support from the city. The
support is getting better. I'll say that much. The support is getting better. People understand the movement. They understand what I stand for, who I work for, and what I'm just trying to put out to the world. It's not always negative. It might come across that way, but they're starting to understand me as a person and look past, I guess, the abrasiveness of it.
Okay. And I always relate Lil Slim because that's family. You know, you guys are kind of in the same era. Any business ventures as far as
Well, we're gonna work together with the museum.
Okay.
The Soulja Slim Museum. We're gonna work together with that. We're gonna also work on some more music too together. Okay. But we're gonna work together definitely on this museum because this one is my big project for the year. So I'm trying to incorporate everybody.
It's gonna be beautiful.
Yes.
Any specific area that's gonna be in the city?
I'm still thinking about it, and I'm working with some people. I'm really wanting it to be and look nice. So I'm really incorporating a lot of different people. So it's gonna take me a little time. That's why I'm starting right now because I want to do it. I was gonna do it for his birthday, but I think, like we said, it's the 20th year that he's been gone with us. I think November would be the perfect time, and it would give the fans a time, for them to get things together if they want to come out and see it. So
man, that's gonna open up so many doors too.
It is, and I can't wait for the fans to see like
celebrities come there speaking, all kinds of shit. That's gonna run through my mind.
It's gonna be crazy. So we gonna sell merch in there. We're gonna have some videos playing in the back because we have some unseen footage that I've just got of him. I have been able to get my hands on few new clips of him that people haven't seen, and it's really exciting. And so we're gonna play that too on the back. We got tennis that his original shoes, some clothes that he's originally worn, his raps that he originally penned, books and books of those that we're gonna display as well. So I'm excited.
Hey, and speaking of that, when you say sneakers too, was it any cause there was Juvie and Manny Fresh, I think they said they brung it back. So did Slim ever have a deal with Reebok? Cause I know he made the Soldiers famous.
So
he actually made that name up, pretty much, right?
That's where it comes from. My brother always did call Reebok Soldiers. There was a deal that came back around for him with it, but someone who was close with us at that time intervened and overtook the deal. They told lies that they were the originators of that style of shoe. When we all know who made.
Somebody we know that
he's a popular photographer in New Orleans. So he overtook that deal, and he didn't allow us to really do anything
by claiming the originality that he.
Yeah.
But Soulja Reeboks,
No, if you knew the name, it would be even more funnier because it'll be like, well, how does those two cross the same lane?
That's some inside shit.
Yeah, so he intervened in that, took over that deal, didn't put us into it because, like I said, we known him, like we given him jobs at family functions for things, and we've kept him close to our family for years. So it was really, for me, it was hard because, like I said, he was actually asking me to show up and be in a commercial, and I never knew why he was asking me, to do those things, but I never had the time to do it just by God's grace.
So you didn't know? How'd you find that out?
We never knew. My mama just always was saying that every time she saw him, he would tell her, thank you so much. You don't know how you changed my life. Wow. And she said she never knew why he was saying that. And I think...
What kind of money did he get from you, Like,
I don't know. I don't think it couldn't have been much of nothing. Because, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to be negative. Like I said, I don't know. But it's just crazy how things work out, I would say. And the amount of things, like the digging that I have to do to clean up things that people really strew up when it comes to my brother it's nice of me to even be in a company, I'll say. Because really and truly, like, as a man, if I was a man, then like a lot of people should be bad for the stuff that they pulling. Like, it's never been a day that I've ever heard anybody ever say that somebody else wrote Make It Bounce. Make It Bounce, from my knowledge, has always been James Soulja Slim Tap. So I'm trying to figure out why when I go through BMI credits for my brother music, Mr. Marcello is listed as a writer.
Wow. What was his association with?
It is none. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the dirty shit that people have done for years. To be real about it. You know what I'm saying? So then they tell me that I'm angry, but this is why I'm angry. Because people will sit with you and sit in your face and will eat at your table and been eating off of your people for over 20 plus years for something they absolutely had no hand in. So it's not anger, it's just betrayal. But this is the music industry. But it's absolutely fine though.
That's publishing. It's publishing, right?
That is.
So, damn, can y'all get that reversed?
Oh yeah, it's in the works now. So I'm revising it with them. It is what it is. I don't give a f. At this point, you're gonna 10% it out. I don't give a f what your deal was. If it ain't in paperwork, take your 10% and move along. You've eaten enough. So take your little 10% that I'm gonna continue to give you and move along. But that's it. It's the days of eating everybody else eating off of Soulja Slim is done. 2023 was the first year my mama touched a check from my brother music. I had to jump through hoops and barriers because people had to f shit up so bad to get my mama a check. So that's why I tell people, it's not anger, it's betrayal. Because all the shit that people have done is not love. They call it love, but they've all been out for themselves. I love my brother. And because I love my brother, I do whatever I gotta do to get what's supposed to be for him. So if I gotta send out 1 million emails, I do it. Like, I do it. Like, that Fredo Bang deal, I did that. I sat there with them people. I negotiated that deal. When they came with 30,000, I told them no. I was walking away, and they came back with a whole nother 30.
Just that quick.
And I'm like, we not doing it. Come with the bag.
You turned it down the second offer as well?
I didn't turn no. I gave him. I let him go with the second offer. So I took the 60. He also had publishing rights with it, so he gets publishing from it as well for the rest of his life, for the rest of my nephew kid's life. Like, I made sure.
That publishing, you're fucking shit.
It's not, and you got to make sure. You got to make sure it's right. And a lot of times, a lot of people tell you, you know, you need this, you need that, you need lawyers, you need this. Who got money? Where we gonna get the money at for that? You gotta get the money first to hire somebody. It's wild.
And you talking entertainment lawyer, you talking about somebody knowing a whole different set of rules.
Who knows a whole different set of rules? It's not just anybody. So, like I said, anybody else, it wouldn't matter, but I'm going after what's for my brother. If it's for him, I'm going to get it. It's for him. Like, it's not for y'all. He's not here with us today because he believed that he was a great artist. And he believed in what he stood for and what he stand on and how he felt. And he felt like in the music he should put that. So I'm coming to get what's for him. Right now they have a guy that lives in like a shack and that collected like so much money off his royalties for YouTube. Go and get him. Wouldn't give a fuck if you speak. Come and get you.
From a song that he had uploaded or something?
Every song.
Yeah.
Every song that you click when you go and listen to Soulja Slim on YouTube, he was collecting for it. But that's just how up things get when nobody has their hands in the motion of keeping things going.
Did you get the rights back for that?
For the YouTube?
For YouTube
not yet. From them, no. I have from Koch, yes. From Koch, yes. I'm still working for Universal to get his money from Universal. And it's like it's crazy, but like I said, I'm willing to, I have somebody that they come and they help me.
Guys, I can help you with that shit easy.
Yeah, like they come and they help me, but it's just like, my thing is, if y'all love this man, like y'all said y'all love this man, it wouldn't even be this fucked up as it is. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part. Like, it wouldn't be as fucked up as it is if the love that you said y'all had, you wasn't trying to get over, you was just trying to help. Like, betrayal.
And speaking of betrayal, right, there's something that came up, and I'm gonna ask this, some muddy shit, but it was a saying that when he passed, that people was trying to get their hands. That came from bass, I think. People was trying to get their hands on the music and trying to get their hands. Then I heard somebody or people that ran in the studio they were stealing things. Like they broke in the studio or some shit.
Yeah, so they kicked in the back door because they knew the back door. Like, you had to be someone who hung out at the house. So you had to be a compadre, a person that knew that door could be opened that way. So they came through the back and they took the computer and they took the laptop and something else. But everybody always knew that was 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody always knew. At least I thought. You know, they try to spin it off and say it was David from around the corner, but it was always 12 o'clock.
And then I had 12 took the laptop in the sense that he was protecting it because someone else would have came got it, you know.
No, he was just being a thief.
What did he end up doing with it?
Putting the music on the street.
Oh, wow, okay.
Putting the music on the street. So if you, like you said, had that intention, why was the music put on the street? Because you wanted to profit from it. You wanted to fluff your name up. See, that was my brother's greatest strength was love, but that was his greatest downfall too. Because even if they came down the line, he just trusted people too much. 12 was his cousin, but he didn't know him like that. He didn't know him like that. Like, they didn't grow up together. Like, he met him later on down the line in life. And then 12 started wanting to be the boss. He thought he was the that the people wanted to see. He thought he was oldest, and that's who they came to see.
Oh, damn.
But they didn't come to see.
And every time the picture's painted to me, it's painted to me like they grew up together. You know,
No.
pajama parties and.
He didn't know him then. They met later on down the line when he was a grown man. Like, my brother, we from New Orleans. They from across the tracks. Like, you don't really go over there that much. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's his daddy, but like, his relationship with his daddy wasn't like, oh, I'm going by my daddy on weekends, I'm going by my daddy across the no. That's his daddy people. We don't know people like that. That's my nephew people. My nephew know them like that.
12 was older than Slim.
I think so, huh?
Oh.
Younger.
1 year.
Oh yeah, I'm like, I think
I thought
like,
it was in my mind. You said he came and tried to become the boss. I figured maybe because he was older and he maybe was an influence, you know, something like that. But if 1 year older, you know, even though that can
that's
happen.
just how country is though.
Yeah.
Like, country and city, like a country gonna always feel like a city is beneath them because, like, I got more resources type shit. That's being biased, but you know what I mean.
And I would think that the other remember shit, right? Did you were you at Slim's funeral?
Yes.
Second line?
Yes.
In the footage, were you seen in the footage anywhere?
No, I didn't get off the bus.
Okay, gotcha.
No, I didn't want to get off the bus.
Man, that was bugged out too, right? I mean,
it was great. I mean,
man, whose idea was that? That's just how it goes. Because when you listen, right, when they carried the casket, at one point it almost tilted over.
Well, with New Orleans, when you love someone, and they're a part of a certain culture, like my mom is a part of that culture, that's how you're celebrated. New Orleans culture is one like no other. And when you tell people, like, everybody loves Slim because he was a great artist and he'd been doing it for so many years and touched so many different people from the years he'd been committed to what he was doing. So they gonna come out to show love.
And she allowed them to have him for that time.
Yeah.
Cause boy, man, that was beautiful. That's man, that's major, man. Damn, that was her decision.
That was her decision. It just, I mean, we're at the age that my mama probably was when she lost her child, and it's like I couldn't imagine myself living without my child. Like, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine a lifetime without my child next to me. Like, so that's why when people want music, this, that, and the other, you gotta think this somebody's child. This somebody voided feeling in their chest when they wake up in the morning. Like, they carried their child for 9 months to have their child ripped apart from them. It's not as easy as we think it is. It's not easy as we wake up and see. I'm a sister, and I hurt when I see people with their brother. These people child. This they child. They hear the heartbeat, and it's different with a child. You gotta let people heal the way that they want to heal. Even if you out there and you listening right now, you lost somebody, or you got a parent that you want to know how to get your parent back after they lost their child. Let them heal. All you can do is love them. That's all you could do is love them. Like, don't judge them. All you could do is love them because they have to heal at their own pace. It's not for anybody else to rush them to heal. People got to heal at their own pace. So I don't rush my mama to put out music, or I don't rush her to put this out. I move at the pace that she wants to move, because that's her child. When she wake up in the morning, she got to deal with that. She got to still see her child face. For her not seeing her child face physically and then seeing it on something might be hard for her years later. Like somebody tried to show me a video that they had of my brother, and that was still hard for me. So, you know, you got to let people move at their own pace, and we got to love them at the pace that they at. We can't rush them. We can't expect anything more from them. We can't want them to get back to normal. There is no normalcy for them. This is a new life for them that they must experience. So we got to love people at their own pace. And like I said, love people. We got to start loving each other again. It's time for us to start loving each other again.
It's real. Before we go, you know, we near the end. Before we close out, I just like we about to say we back and forth, kind of fucked me up. Was it ever any fear in your life for who your brother was? Being in the street, I'm saying. I've always,
I'll be honest, I've always known that my brother would go out by murder. I've always felt that way. Even coming up, I would have dreams that my brother wouldn't be here with us forever. But I never believe it would be reality. But I've always known that it was never a lifelong thing of adulthood with us. I've never had visions of us being adults together. I'll never know what it feels like for us to adult together. But I'm glad that he is the person that he was to the world. And I'm glad that they get to experience him through his music, and the moments that we have spent together, I do enjoy them.
Was it incidents, things that made you feel that way? Was it just the lifestyle period? Understand?
I just know it's New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And it's sad to say, but it's New Orleans, and just his persona. Those people don't live long. Honest people they aren't always here forever.
But what do you see him if he was still here today? What would things be?
It would be great. I think his impact for New Orleans would have. I think if he would have been here, they probably wouldn't even have Hurricane Katrina. I think his impact was so strong that he would move mountains. He would have done things for hip hop that hip hop had never seen before. The music that they probably making today would probably not even be in existence. We probably wouldn't even know who a Little Baby was or a Da Baby was, because the music that they would be making would be so revolutionary and so strong that it would just carry over through generations and generations and make people stronger. I just feel that way I think things would have been a lot different. I think the world really took a hit when he left.
Yes, indeed. I'm gonna throw this out there. Throw it out there. You know. Any with you being a dope artist, first of all, and you have the longevity in the game, so I'm sure motherfuckers see you. Any plans, any collaborations, anytime Birdman try to reach out, or anybody from the Cash Money side try to reach out and say, hey, let's work together, do anything?
I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket with them, but I would collaborate with them. I wouldn't go all in with them, but I would collaborate with them, because I think Baby is a great, great entrepreneur. Like, even if I wouldn't make music with Baby, I would want to shadow him. I want to learn from him. Like, he is amazing at what he does and the longevity that he has in it. And he's still rich. Some people ain't rich no more and they got to sell noodles. But some people are like Baby and they're around a long time. Not just selling cereal either. But Baby, I would want to shadow him because I think he's a great person. Baby is a great person. I would want to shadow Baby though. I think Baby, I would like to learn from Baby. I think on the entrepreneur side, he really piques me. Like I really like what he does with the business.
What about the Juvies, the locals that was heavyweights, that's still heavyweights, you know, any hands out from them that's saying, you know, I love what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing as far as supporting things.
Let me tell you, I went to the Hip Hop Legends tour and Lil Yachty from UNLV knew who I was. I was bucked up. That was a moment for me, okay? He was like, yo, music, I love your music is so dope. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, that's hip-hop legends. Like, I remember being doggone 6 years old, walking to school, rapping, with a note around his neck, reading Badass Yellow Boy. Yeah, like, that's, in my book, that's big.
You remember when Slim cut hair?
I do. I remember when he was ice cream.
Straight up. And where he get the name? He get the name for being cold. I heard he got the name because he was cold.
He was cold. He was cold.
Okay.
He was cold.
That's a hell of a name, right? Ice cream. That name don't fit him, you know.
It doesn't now, but then it did.
Yeah. Because I see dancers and you see ice cream, you know.
It fit him when he had the curly fade, like the little. It fit him at that time when he had that hairstyle. You know, he has a traditional. He has his. A lot of people don't know that, but he like Boosie has a Boosie fade. They have the Soulja Slim fade too.
Yeah.
The Uptown fade, Soulja Slim fade. Yeah, that's what they call it, the Soulja Slim fade.
Damn, and I'm thinking about people's hair, how all that kind of shit would have came across, and you know.
Trendsetter for sure. Camouflage, the whole reason camouflage is as big as it is because of him.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's why No Limit is correlated to that. Because of he brought that to them. That whole camouflage, dub down. Yeah, camouflage. The camouflage dying.
Do you go visit his grave site sometimes?
All the time.
What's it like for you?
I love to go. It's peaceful. It's very peaceful. Every time I go, I'll go see him. Young Greatness is there too, so I'll go and see Young Greatness as well. And it's just peaceful moments like that you get to spend with them and update them on what's going on in life and what's really just going on around us.
Yeah, that's something else too. Oh man, I don't think nobody try to hide it at all as far as where it's at.
No,
because I've seen people come from out of town and just come and shoot.
Yeah, you can go to Mount Olivet at any time. A lot of big name artists and big name people from New Orleans, they actually have a particular part of the cemetery that's made for artists of New Orleans. That musicians, like if they play saxophone and music, Young Greatness is in that one.
And the public is able to go in?
Mm-hmm. You can go in there and you can go in there. It's just like a mausoleum that they have, that they built with. It's beautiful though. Mount Olivet is a beautiful place.
That'd be dope to go over there and actually, that'd be a whole video within itself.
Yeah, because it's
the funeral. What is it called? A funeral home? Not funeral home.
It's a grave site, like a graveyard.
Some of New Orleans' greatest, dopest.
A lot of dope people at
that. To actually go and actually see their name and have somebody present it, that'd be dope.
Yeah, and a lot of them, like my brother, they have the picture. Young Greatness have the picture, so you see the picture too. Yeah. It's dope though. It's sad that you have to see them in those terms and those lights, but it's a beautiful still place that is peaceful, and you know that they at peace and that they in a place like when I go, I feel like it's a beautiful place, and that they finally laid in somewhere where they're not moving. They don't have to fight for their rights in the music game. I mean, years they fought for their space. And now they at peace. They there. I know they just doing concerts out there all the time. I know it. I know my brother. I know he making them laugh. I know he is, cause he was a funny person. So I know he just making them laugh up there.
Are you got tears? We gotta get some tissue though.
Thank you.
Damn, Peachez, man, I appreciate your strength. I already know your courage and your brain. I just the least to say right there, but just for you, hanging in there and giving it to us like that,
Oh, we gonna give it to him raw all the time. I told you it was gonna be raw.
Yes.
Uncut.
Yeah.
I told you what it was. It was not gonna be anything fabricated or anything to lie about. I was gonna be honest with y'all and let y'all know about where we come from as a family and who we are and what he meant to us and what we mean to him. And just what we go through being from New Orleans and when you lose somebody that you love. It's not the easiest thing and it's not easy to talk about, but I'm proud to say that we still talking about him years later.
Okay. Before we close it out, just put this out there. If there's anything that you could say to people, what would you say it? I mean, is there anything you can do to fix it, to make it better?
I want to just let him know that I don't have anything negative to say about him or anything negative against him at all. I actually pray for him, and I know that the hardest thing in life is to lose a child. I don't know about losing a child, but I have a child, so I sympathize with anybody that loses a child. I didn't When people brought it to me as, hey, did you see this? Did you see that? I was never negative about it at all. Because I know what it's like to lose somebody that you love. And it's not anything to ridicule, to make fun of, or to be cold-hearted about. So I did. I prayed for them. And I hope that they never have to go through what we have to go through. And losing somebody abruptly and not getting to spend the moments. Even though his moments are probably, you know, hard to let go of, I wish them the best. I don't have any hate in my heart. I just wish that when he speaks about my brother, he would tell the truth about how he just was passionate about music, how he just wanted to make music and he wanted to be a boss. It wasn't so much that he didn't respect him. He just wanted to be his own boss. And we're all dedicated to being our own boss. We don't always want to work for somebody our whole life. And we should be allowed that chance.
Okay, listen, would you say, damn, and if it's okay to say, right, would you think that would be P's motive if he actually was responsible? Or?
I think it's just with music, people get caught up in the dissing and the street respect. I think that's it. That it just got out of hand. Okay. That's what it was. I don't think it's so much was anything personal that was done to. I think it just was the dissing and the music and just with street respect. If I'm that in the street, no lil can't big dog me.
Damn, and
possibly, that's all hypothetically speaking.
And that's just sad.
Well, that's how we're losing most of our hip hop crowd now, because people, we can't let things go, and we can't see past. We can't just leave it in the music. See how I told you earlier that I like to make the tracks like I make because I could beat people up through music without physically touching them. Right. For some people, that's a lot for them to handle. But it shouldn't be that way. Just like with them using rappers' bars in court to indict them. It shouldn't be that way. Music is art, just like when people write novels or movies or anything else. It's an art. And it should be treated that way.
What does Slim have any plans of being in movies that you know of? Or anybody pushing with movie roles?
I think he probably wanted to make his own movies.
Yeah, I can see him easily.
Yeah, I think he probably wanted to make he was at a part in life where he wanted to do a lot of his own things and make his own footage. And really, I think he would have probably been revolutionary before the internet. He probably would have been one of the first niggas to really do that shit with the backstage footage and all that shit, because he was on it. He was telling them to record it. He was having them at the shows with it. He was one of the first who probably was going to revolutionize that shit.
Because he was telling me, boy, we gonna work. Before we got that day to get on that bus, that boy was saying, boy, we gonna work.
See, he was technology. He was getting into that technology, like building studios and stuff way beforehand. At 26 years old, at 26 years old, how many people know that they want to be a boss and that they ready to have other under their label, and then they get on TV and call you a drug head?
How would you
crazy? I think today he probably would be what Jay-Z is.
No, how old would he have been?
Oh, he should be like what, 48?
Okay.
Almost 50. He's getting up there. 77. So.
Okay, he would have been 45.
Yeah, 45. Yeah, 45. Because my friend is 45. That's right, 45.
Yes, indeed. All right, so shit. That's what it is, man. We, like I said, words can't stand up in words how much I appreciate you. So.
Well, I try to be honest, and like I said on the show, they painted me as a psycho. So it's kind of like, let me tell you my side of the event. Don't just cut it because Hollywood, being Hollywood, cut it down to how they wanted it to be. I'm not just going around screaming this man did some shit just to say, just because I'm a crackpot. No. Mother who correlated directly with this man. When they bought the pictures to my mama, it was him. And that's your people. So it's not just crackpot theories that is made up. It's not. It's what's the reason? Unless the investigators won't play games.
So this is the person that conspired the whole thing, that actually...
Who paid the person.
Did he get in any trouble? Did he?
No. Trouble? Why? You dissing the police. My brother dissing the police. get rid of you too. Like, so it goes far. When it starts to get to going, that's why nobody ever want. Why you think people got on that TV and didn't want to talk about it? Because it goes far. It's not just the surface. It's deeper than the surface.
So he had a local police had a beef with him. Pretty much you can say.
It's just people, and it just all got together and figured that it was time for him to go. It wasn't enough space here for him. So that's why when we tell, like, that's why you don't know who to trust, because there's so many shiesty people, and they will come around, they will sit in your face like it's nothing, because they think we don't know the roles that they've played in these things. But there's no reason to keep trying to hide anything. We're fine with it. Because my brother is just as great as a person that he was ever gonna be. He's great. He's great. And a lot of the times he's greater than y'all. When I went to a concert, it's Kendrick Lamar and them people of that nature that's talking about this man. Uptown and downtown, you can find pictures of him. Because he's great. So we're proud of who he is. We wish we had more years with him, but the years that we did have, I'm thankful for them. So I don't hate anybody. And I hate that it comes off that way, that me and this man, I have beef with this. I don't. That's a grown-ass man. It's a grown-ass man. I don't have any beef with that man. But I also don't do internet lies either. Like, and internet phony and fakery. I don't do that. I just tell people what it is.
And where do you get that from? That people say that you were angry?
Well, that's always every interview.
I didn't get that at all.
Like, you're gonna get it with this one too?
Maybe emotional.
Yeah, they always. I did be high. It was like, oh, she's so negative. Oh, she's so. I'm like, I'm negative because I point out that the New Orleans music scene is stolen from. It's one of the most stolen from scenes that they have in the world. That's actual factual. A lot of the artists can't come out because a lot of the music is being stolen and cannibalized within our community and being given away by producers. This is all true. It's not negativity if it's true. I'm sorry that it comes off abrasive and it seems that way, but it's actual factual. It doesn't bother me. I mean, if they gonna watch, if they like to watch, then I'm here for the entertainment. It's actually entertaining that I could reach somebody of his status, being, as small as one would say that I am, and that I can reach up to his status. So, since I pressed him with those words, he always shouts my brother out now, so it's not all that bad.